Tekken 8 devs talk season 2 balance changes and more. What day is this day? It's the 22nd. So Tekken talks in like 2 days. So we have season. I've heard this is important. I've not said anything about this. Let's find out. Make the Tekken 8 series feel fresh.
したいっていうところで、アグレッシブってキーワードを掲げて、その今まで守備的な要素が強かった。
Because I saw the tweet.
より攻撃的でプレイしてても楽しいし、見てる人が楽しくなるようなバトルシステムを目指すっていうところで新しくしようっていうところに関しては、そこはうまくいったとは思ってるんですけど、一方でその攻めが強くて、
Feels the game nature leaves a little bit too. Oh, they're aware. They're aware.
その部分は結構まだ課題が多いなって感じていて。
Yes, show Nina and Kuma. They're both getting nerfed.
悪い面両方あるんですけども、そのシステム
Freshen
的
up
な
one
良さ
part
が
within the system.
新しく作り直せたってところは一個いい点だと思っているのと、それに伴ってやっぱ攻めが強い。
Making the game more attacking is strong.
攻めのパターン
Memorizing tap patterns as the aspect of anyone having fun and
うまく
improving.
なれるっていう側面があって、新しいプレイヤーが非常に多く鉄拳の8から始めてくれたっていうところが、いろんなイベントでも鉄拳8から始めましたっていう人が多かったり、先日我々が参加したマスターカップでも
A lot of young participants we saw.
若い人が
Oh, why did Harada's voice come in like that? Actually came like it sounded like it came from within.
タイトルとして1年間見た時には結構成功した面もありつつも、課題としてシーズン2に持っていく部分もあったので、
Like Sungjin Woman got aura.
攻めてる側が楽しいゲーム性っていうのは
Don't change the aggressive nature of the game, or it's fun to be the aggressor.
そこはあまり変えるつもりはないんですけど、やっぱり一方でシーズン1は守ってる側が非常に窮屈だったり、ヒートシステムが一方的な試合展開。
Okay, so we're about to hear about defense being good. We weren't able to balance the defensive aspects that well. Okay, that's good to hear.
と思っているので、シーズン2においてはその
Focus on defense in terms of the lateral aspects of a 3D fighting game, so movement.
守備だったり、攻めを仕
The
掛けられる
ease of defending when being attacked. Okay, this sounds good.
システムは本当に攻めの起点となって爆
No,
発
don't
的
show
な
Haring, man. Don't show Haring. No, no, no. No, he's not good. He's not strong.
そのプレイヤーだったりキャラクターの勝ち方のセオリーが
Yeah, show Nina and Jin. Yeah.
戦略のセオリーだよね。
みんながそれをやるのが正解っていうような状態だったので、シーズン2ではそこの幅を広げるため
A
に
particular thing.
例えば、今
What is that thing? Will you tell us? Or will we wait for
自
second
分が
talk?
ヒートの時に地上で相手
Being taken out damage on the ground.
ダメージをもらって
Adding the ability to recover about 30% health from the actual damage inflicted.
残るっていう効果を加えています。そうすることで、ヒート状態を維持
Wait,
して
what? What? Are we talking like what is bro? What does that mean? Wait, I need to read that sentence. I need to take in that sentence
地上で
again.
相手が
When you're in heat state and taking a lot of damage on the ground, we're adding the ability to recover about 30% health from the actual damage inflicted. So that sounds like real life. That sounds like, because it's saying actual damage inflicted, right? And I feel like they always make a distinction between grey life and real life. So it makes it sound like you can recover life like a June, bro. That's what it sounds like. You now have the strategy of fighting while preserving your heat gauge. It makes it sound like using heat to recover life. Okay. The correct action when you activate heat was to heat smash or heat dash, right? Rush on your opponent, yeah. So you can control power of heat. Like Kuma Electrics, but for preserving heat, strategies are expanded upon. So preserve, what do they mean by that? Fight in a more advantageous way and neutral compared to when not using heat. Yeah, so they mentioned heat burst and heat smash from stance. Which this could end up being toxic for certain characters, bro. Imagine Steve Lionheart into heat smash with punish, bro.
こうすることで、構えを使った攻めに対して、相手の攻撃を受け止める属性のヒート
I also feel like Huang being able to heat burst in Flamingo could be crazy.
人によってヒートの発動の仕方も変われば、発動した後にヒートをどのように活かして、攻めていくかっていうところに変化が生まれるので、 そういった点で、シーズン1よりできることが増えています。
More
ディープ発
uses
動
of
技を
heat.
当てた後にしゃがみが選べるようにしたのは、しゃがみから強力な2択を持っているような案なん。
See, this is like, no matter what happens, I don't like this. And I don't like the fact that they're acknowledging that Anna's full crouch mix is strong. And they're like, therefore, we want to make heat engage plus 17 into full crouch mix. I will never be behind this. And I haven't seen anyone who is. But what do you have to say about it,
が
Nakatsu?
シーズン1の立ち状態しか選べない状態だと
Characters would
メリッ
lose
トストロン
out
グポイントが
on
出
the
せない
merits of their
っていう
kits.
ことがあって、アンナ以外にももちろんしゃがみから、いろんな、戦略を仕掛けるようなキャラクターが、しゃがみを選べないことで、自分の強みを生かした攻めができなかったっていう点を生かせるようにするためにまずしゃがみを作れるようにしました。
でもあれよね、多分みんな分かってない
In
のは
creating a
ゲ
game,
ー
you
ム
have
を
to
作
have
る
a solid key
時に
concept.
しっかりしたキーコンセプトがあってそれを守んないとまず面白いゲームにはならないからアグレッシブというものをぶれないようにしている。でそれはある程度楽しさが
I understand that, but
でそれでまあ理不尽なとこもあるからコンセプト捨てるんじゃなくて理不尽なことを直せばい
you
い。
fix wherever the
理
unfairness
不尽な
is.
ところを直した
I feel like heat engage into plus 17 is unfair.
り、それを弱めたりとかですかね、緩和したり、
だから0-1じゃないんだよね
頻度を減らしたりって本当に
0と1だとみんな思い込んでる。
0点い
で
くつだったりとか。
いいバランスがあるって信じてるんだけど、世の中ってこんなうまいこといかない。どっちか上げたらどっちか
Why are they so fixed in this aggressive philosophy? I mean, Michael Murray just explained it.
両方上がった状態って意外と中途半端なんですよ。そのいいところが逆になくなっちゃったりする。でどっちかを上げたらこうなるわけだから、その反応で見ると
Stop showing whoring, man. Stop
Tekken
it.
8の
He's not good.
すごく
He's
変化
not
した
good.
ところ
Stop
っ
it.
て
Yeah, Warring's
意
losing
外と
because
変
he's
化した
bad.
ことに対しての否定的な人
It
意
doesn't
見
know
が
if
割
it
と
came
ベ
from
テ
the
ランの方が多いんです
veterans.
よ。長くシリーズを
Much to the
長くシリ
satisfaction,
ーズを
surprising
プレイ
it came
す
from
る人
people
の
who
方
had been
は
with the series for a
そ
long
こは意外
time.
と不満が多い。で逆に鉄拳8が面白いと思ってる人、その例えば初心者に優しいか優しくないかって話とは全く別で全く別でその壁を越えてきて8が面白いと思ってる人は今回の8の仕組みがやっぱ気に入ってるので、だから8が面白いなって言ってる。でこれをじゃあその駆け引きのバランスっていうの
Strategy
を
balance.
じゃあもうちょっとベテランの人寄りにしようってやったら、もちろん8が面白いって言ってた人の満足度は下がるわけで、だからここは結構
I
ト
don't
レー
think
ドオ
it's
フな
that
ので、
binary, but I think Harada
Well,
said
so
himself it's not
then
zeros and ones,
ちょ
so
っ
he
とここは
gets
極
it.
端になってるよねみたいなことをどれぐらいかってちょっと見ながらやってるってところが正直なところなので、あんまりこのどっちっていうか簡単な話じゃないんだよね。そのすごい細かいメモリというかの調整をやってるって感じだよね。e スポーツの結果から見ても、シーズン1通して見ても、
そう中津話したけど
そう意外と
期待してたその誰も知らない人が出てくる
そう誰も知らない今まであんまり活躍できなかった人が上がってる、もしくは知らない人が上がってくる。でも逆に言うとやっぱり上手い人は上位、
そうなんですよね。
やっぱり上手い人はちゃんと上位に来る。だけどちゃんと上手い人が上位に来るけど優勝してるキャラが意外とあとベスト8のキャラ
いろんな
がバラバラ
キャラクター
になってる。
がどんどん出てきて
これ
ますね。
意外とセブンの時にベテランの人ほどこんな固定のプレイヤーが、こんな固定のキャラが勝つのはどうなんだってベテランの人ほど文句言ってたことが実は一番解消されてるのは8。
それは間違いないです。
結果から見るとそうなんだよ。8なんだけど、それでも面白いことに、ベテランの人ほどこのちょっと新システムが気に入らないって言ってるってこの矛盾が面白いんだよね。だからそれは
I think this is interesting, the discussion being had here. He seems to be saying that the people that complain the most about 8 systems, the aggressives, were the veteran players, but they're also the players who have been performing the best. But I think obviously the veteran players are performing the best. I think especially in the first year of a new game, but was still legacy systems, the players who have been playing the best traditionally are going to continue to keep playing the best, especially for the first year. Like I don't think in the first year of the game, I wasn't expecting a newcomer to be in top 8s of a tournament. Like that would be ridiculous. But I'm confused the point he's trying to make here. Like maybe I'm losing something in the
どっちが勝たないみ
translation.
たいなやっぱ細かいバランスで成り立って
But I
る
feel like
俺らは
obviously
割と頑張ってやってるつもりなんだけど
the people
で
have
も
been
エスポーツ
doing
の
the
結果から
best.
見ると結構いい俺らが思い描いた通りにな
I think the only thing is like results have just been more volatile in this game. That's what I've seen more than anything. I think the best of the best continue to be the best of the best, but the people below that level, like they're still top good players, but not like your Arsene Artif level. That level is very competitive, you know, and its results really seem to be turned on their head. And then we'll be thank you for the 199 super chat.
割と
あつさん話してたのが格ゲーにとっては結構いいバランスっていうのはキャラバンじゃないです製品としての、というのは周りの人たちで
You've never played Tekken, the start from it kind of the feeling of
俺でも
if I
頑張
actually
れば
try
勝
it,
てそう
even I
って気
can
持
win.
ちにエイトがさせてくれてる人たち、でもじゃあ、そいつらが
Obviously not going to be
ミシマスター
Mishima
に勝てるかというと勝てないじゃん、
そうそうそう
だからそのちょうどいい
絶対勝てるかってそうでもないやっぱりベテランの方がうまいっていうのは
とは言わないけどそういう
そうなんだよね
なんか勝てそうっていうのがやっぱ大事じゃないですか、
そうなんだよね
格ゲーを続けるには
そこは難しい
次やったら勝てるかもっていうまあやっぱりその移動面を強化するのは、
Improving the move aspect is
ゲー
that
ム
the
のゲーム性
Tekken
で
8's game nature is aggressive.
があるのでその攻撃に対するやっぱ防御手段
Use
として
lateral movement as a defensive
3D 格
move as
闘ゲ
dodge
ームの
attack.
横移動によって相手の技を避けるっていうところで、横移動横歩きですね
Because you can
横
buffer
歩きの
side
先行
steps, this is a change they're making for season 2 is buffering side steps.
避けたりする
Swinging your
っていう
opponent's
ところ
side
で
to
防御
evade.
の強化を図っている
Buffering defense is one thing that we're
あ
measuring.
とはもう一つは
Yeah, now you can
ず
step
っ
into the
と
foreground after
し
crouch.
ゃがんだ状態で手前に横に移動できなかったっていうところで鉄拳8から
The new
始め
players
た
that start from me find it difficult to understand why you couldn't do that despite being able to move
なぜ
laterally.
横移動が
So again, the idea of buffing movement, I'm a big fan of in this game. I just feel like stuff like the hitboxes of certain moves are crazy to the point they have so much range that even if you can move laterally, like your backdash and stuff like that, you're still going to get caught by some of these moves and like you're blocking a move that visually it looks like you're outrange but you aren't. Like I feel like the disjoint hitbox in this game, unless that is addressed specifically, that still worries me.
防御面の強化っていう点と
But the idea, like hearing them say we want to buff defense, like I am on board 110%.
レスポンスよくキャラクターを動かせるし防御面の行動も強化できるっていうところでそういった変更を加えて
意図的にじゃなくてなんかテクニカルな面でちょっと難しかったものなんだよね。
俺と木本さんのごめんなさいなごめんなさいな本当はそうしたいけど
スクリプト的な感じ
昔は難しかったんですよ
エンジニアの協力も必要で時間もかかるから今までやれて
でそれをもとにプレイヤーが戦略を
そうそれが鉄拳というゲームの作り
so insane.
例えば和也のかかと落としで手前いけないからこういうことしようとかそういうことでしょ。
Like it's insane to think that something like that, like being able to step into the foreground in crouch, and not being able to do that, was never an intentional thing, but the community used it as it was. Because again, it's like you couldn't do that. So if I do this, and I have a move that tracks to that side, but you can't step, that doesn't track to that side, but you can't step to that side because you are in crouch. Like that's how that was a strategy that was employed, but it's like it was just a technical limitation. It's not like that was an intentional part of the game, which is so interesting when you think about it. But now, you know, years of academy training wasted basically, because that's all flying out the window. And personally, I still wish you couldn't pick sides online, by the way. P1 and P2, I wish it was random. But it will change. It will change a lot. Because, like, Nerf gear from Dragon Ball Shirt, bro. QCF4 not hitting grounded is a godsend, bro. Absolute godsend, bro. It took them a year to... It's okay. It'll be gone in 9 days.
個人的になんかもう被害があったみたいな感じで。
いやいっぱい被害あってだよ。だからじゃあそれも言いたかったのが みんな何でもかんでも俺が決めてると思ってるけど、
そんなわけない
じゃあ原さん、いや違う、ツイッターだよ、原さんとかね。でもそうじゃなくて、もうチームにね、
That's one thing about like balancing I find so
役割
funny.
のプロジェ
Is
クトの
any
当初
balance
は
decision is just blamed on
なんか
Harada and Murray.
アグレッシブのコンセプトを作り出すのはそうだったけど、今の俺の役割は割と結構プレイ
I
して
love when the devs don't play their own
プレイヤーの気
game.
持ちに50-50だな、これは
They literally just
ここ
talked
ひどいよ
about dealing with Dragon
中
of
津の話とかって結構言ってるじゃない
themselves.
そんな本当は言ってるよね。
だから俺PS5 も Steam も両方パスファイトパス買って両方完走してて、でそれを持ってプレイヤーの一部はこれは感情的、プレイヤーの一部のこういうことを言ってるのはまあ一理あるのかもな。
It took them a
そういう
year
ところでまあドラゴンオフのあれは
because,
割と
like they said, at the start of season 1,
あとはちょっと
they're not looking to do major balance changes until season 2, and season 2 is coming now. So
調整と
it
は
has
違う
nothing to do with them playing the
なん
game
ですけど、シ
or
ー
not.
ズン2ってやっぱり初心者だったりもっと見てる人にも分かりやすくしたいっていうところで、鉄拳シリーズで初めて
As a
バトル
first
中に
combo count, counter and punish mid
カウンタ
battle.
ーとかパニッシュとか
プラクティスでしか出てなかった。
出てないク
You know what? I'm actually a big fan of this for many reasons. One, it's in other fighting games like Guilty Gear Strive. You hit them in the counter pops up on the screen. Street Fighter counter pops up. It's in other fighting games. Two, there are times I'm playing the game and I'll be sitting there and I'm like, was that a punish? I don't know. Did I get punished there? I'm not too sure. Was that just me not blocking? Did it do whatever? Like, personally, you don't like it, Joker. Why don't you like it though? Because me personally, I like it. Because also, like, I'm also thinking commentary brain. It's good for commentators, or you can tell, okay, that was a count hit. That's why they said the other. Did I mistake? This is not Tekken Talk. Yeah, I hope there's an option for people that don't want it there. Oh, thank you for the 7 months. Appreciate that. But this isn't Tekken Talk. Tekken Talk is in 2 days. Old man Joker doesn't want change. But for me personally, I think knowing if I got punished, knowing if something was a punish, it depends on how visible it is. I imagine it won't be any bigger than it is on screen when you're in practice mode. Right? Because I feel like it also takes a lot of the guesswork out of, was that clean hit? Was that a punish? I'm on counter hit, so it does extra damage. I feel like it takes a lot out of that. So, but for me personally, I like that. Especially if you're learning a new, it's hard to play against a new character as well, I think. Because then you can, like, you're literally seeing in game, okay, that was a punish, etc, etc. The thing is, I do think punish might be a bit excessive, depending on how it pops up. Because punishes happen all the fucking time. So it's like, I think that, thinking on that might be a bit excessive, seeing punish all the fucking time. Because of how often that happens in a game. So I'd like to see how it's implemented, but I love the idea of it. I need to see its implementation. But
クリーンって表示が出ることで、実際この見てると、あ、今反撃できてたんだとか、あ、すごいダメージを決めてるとか。
I wonder how
視覚
like
的な変化が
how big it's going to
初
be.
めてバトルに
For trading, it sounds interesting. It's already in training.
で、そこは結構意外とこう邪魔になるんじゃないかなとか、なんかトーン&マナー的に出ない方がいいかなと思ってたんだけど、いざ出すと、あ、出てる方がやっぱり
It was easy
見て
to
て分かりやすいし、自
understand.
分もプレイ
Okay.
してても、あ、今うまくいったっていうのが
I wonder how it's done.
気持ちいいんで、そういったところは結構気に入った。
あれはかたくなにね、
Don't you dare put that in.
なって言ってたんですよ。俺と木本さんが大嫌いだった。
そうあえてプラクティスじゃねえな。
大嫌いだった。要は数値化すること自体がもうなんていうの、その
難しく見える。
いや難しく見えるというか、それが全部それが全てになっ
That's
ちゃ
a
うじゃないです
huge
か。
change.
世の中って数値化しない方が自分で考えたりとか、だからコンボとかもだってもうコンボの数を競うように
Wait,
な
are
っ
they
ちゃうと
displaying
もう
combo
限界
damage
数と
numbers as
最低限
well?
の数だけの世界になっちゃうじゃないですか。
That's excessive.
だからそれはなんか逆にこう分かん
That's
ない
excessive.
ところがあっても面
That's
白いんじゃないか
excessive.
だったんだけど、最近はやっぱり昔と変わってきたのは
That is
そういう目で見る
excessive.
っていう
そこがすごいでかい。
そう見てる人が何が起きてるかが知りたいだったりとか、プレイヤーと同じ気持ちになりたいとか、そういう意味でニーズが変わったので、 もう今回からもういいよいいよいいよって言ったんだけど、今までは時代はやっぱ違ったというか、鉄拳なりのアナログな面白さを出したいっていうのがちょっと思いが強かったからダメって言ってたんだけども、今回からねオープンしてるからね。
そこ結構大きいです。
It is not. How is it not excessive? Or oh, this is okay. You're replying to that guy. No, this is not the Tekken
家庭
Talk.
用で一斉ローンチしたの鉄拳8が初めて、僕らも大変だったんですけど、シーズン1の中で実は本当にシーズン2ぐらいのボリュームの変更をちょっと加えなきゃいけないぐらいの調整をして 1.5 みたいな状態にしたんですよ。それでもまだやっぱりもっとよく
A lot of
したい
things
部
going
分
to
もあるし、
improve.
ユーザーが楽しんでる部分と不満に感じてる部分があって、それは本当チームでみんなで市場の声を拾って、もう本当にパッチノートマイケさんがものすごい数訳してるんですけど、シーズン
Chat. If there is any change that people do not like in Tekken 8, this screenshot right here, Michael really works in the patch notes. This is going to come back. This is going to come back and be used to attack Michael Murray on Twitter. I'm just saying this right now. Anything that people do not like about Tekken 8 Season 2, this will be screenshotted, and then Michael Murray's Twitter is going to blow up. That is what this is going to be used on, bro. Michael really worked for the patch notes.
にパッチノートマイケさんがものすごい数訳してるんですけど、シーズン2でやっぱりもっとファンの期待に応えたいってところ
Poor
で、
guy, man.
真剣にいろいろ議論してよくしようとしたので、そこはバトルに関しては結構変わってるけど楽しい部分もたくさんあるので、ぜひ自分のキャラクターの調整を楽しむのもそうなんですけど、バトルのシステム部分の変化だったりとか、さっき言ったような UI の視覚的に出る情報の変化も含めて、また新しくな
Alright,
楽し
chat.
め
There
る
are
ので、
basically, so chat, thoughts and
細
feelings.
かい部分も含めて
Thoughts,
いろいろと触って。
thoughts and feelings. Me personally, I remember when I first saw the changes about buffering sidestep and stepping into the foreground on crouch. I was a little skeptical, especially the buffering sidestep thing. But the more I've thought about it, I'm like, okay, this could be a good thing. And then they seem to be talking about buffing movement, buffing defense, using heat in a defensive way. That is all very positive, and I can't wait to see its implementation, and I hope it's as good as it sounds. The shit about recovering life, like something like 30% of life when on the ground, we're doing a particular thing. When you're in heat, taking a lot of damage on the ground, well, I didn't even to recover about 30% health from the actual damage inflicted. Like, I don't know what that means. And I'm assuming at Tekken Talk, they'll expand on this. They'll expand on this Tekken Talk and tell us what the hell this means. But that sounds crazy. Like, is everyone going to be recovering life like June now? Is that what's going to go on? They're showing information on the screen. That's cool. I just wonder how much that will be shown on the screen. You know, like punish, counter hit, clean hit, combo damage. Combo damage is the one I'm the biggest, like, we don't need to see that. We don't need to see. There's a life bar for a reason. There's red in the life bar for a reason. I feel like that's enough. So I don't need that. But showing punish could be okay. But again, it's like how often punishes happen, like with punishes, block punish, how often they happen in the match. That could be excessive depending on how it's implemented. Counter hit is fine, and clean hit, sure. So it's like, it's the same information you see in practice mode anyway, but it's now in the game. So I wonder how that's good. Just how that's implemented will be important. But yeah, I think it's good to hear them talking about the game feeling too aggressive and how defense needs to be buffed. Important that movement is going to be a big focus for season 2. But I'm just worried about, like, what does this mean? Recover 30% health from the actual damage inflicted. I need to see what that means. I don't like count hit being shown. And the only thing I find jarring about count hit being shown is, like, normally when counter hits happen in Tekken anyway, if it's a move that has a counter hit property, like visually you're shown or like you hear it, you know, there's like a bang, there's something, you know what I mean? Something happens when there's a counter hit on the screen, right? Because camera zooms in. But like, I just wonder how customizable that's going to be. Like, can you turn that off? So I wonder I just wonder how this is going to be implemented and how customizable it is. Like, can I turn that off? For real-time information, I like it, but hopefully it's just not too much happening on the screen at once, right? I don't know. They're talking about defense being important. They're talking about buffing movement. Overall, seems like they're going in the right direction. I just need to see the implementation, and the patch notes will be everything. The patch notes are going to be everything.